Hey everybody. Sorry about the deceptive thumbnail with Potato. By the time I started, it was well away from the camera. Still a cute thumbnail if you saw it. These kids are being hyperactive right now, so it's a little hard to know where to point the camera, which, by the way, is a problem you may have noticed I've been having on the regular Kitten Academy live stream too. They go nuts and they run back and forth all across the room, and it's very hard to figure out where to point the cameras. The only good news there is that I've already ordered some new ones that should make things easier as we get more that are a little bit better compatible with our new 4K stream on the regular Kitten Academy live stream. But we don't need to talk tech today. Just a reminder to bear with us as we sort everything out. Now that we're doing stuff new, doing new stuff. Um, yeah, So, it is a big day for the kittens because today is going to be their very first official vet trip. A couple of them have been to the vet before, of course. Little Millet here has been to the vet, and Corn has been to the vet for various reasons. But today is their first vaccine day, their first official examination day, and who knows what else. So it's going to be a big day for them. That appointment is at 3 o'clock, which means we'll probably get them off the stream about 2:15, a little after 2, and I'd expect them back by 5, probably before that. So, part of the issue there, of course, is that we have gone to a 4K stream, but only in this room, and there won't be any kittens in this room. Wow, that is a tall tree for them to be on. Can I get a good angle of that? Not really. I was trying. I tried. Um, I should have done it from down here to make it look really dramatic. Well, I don't know if either of those worked because I can't see the screen when I'm doing that. What was I saying though? I was saying something. I was saying first off, I accidentally touched the screen, so I've got to switch it back and forward again. Hang on. Okay. Wow, that was a cool jump from the toy right onto the cat tree. Wow. Um, okay, I was saying today is their first vet visit. They're going to go get their vaccines. It's going to be at 3 o'clock. Oh, and I was saying, yes, that because of the 4K stream, I don't really have any good way to put the other cameras on the stream in a way that is guaranteed to look good. So no matter how I try to address that issue, while they're gone, I will address it. I think I'll probably put on some cameras around the house for you to watch the faculty and maybe see Myth and Rumor and even Macadamia Nut, who's still here. So those guys will all be on the stream or maybe be on the stream while we're gone. Again, because they have free roam of the house, it's hard to predict exactly where they will be. But it may not look great in 4K because the cameras aren't really ready for that, and it's just the way it is. Okay, so now I've talked enough tech and made enough apologies for the way the stream will be while these kids are at the vet later today. So we're done with that topic, and I can move on to talking about the door. Why not? As you can see, the little what do you call it? We put some shades on the door earlier so that she couldn't see out and see the faculty. So that Flower couldn't, because we know that she has attacked the door when she's seen the faculty in the hallway in the past. So we put up some shades at first because she was pregnant and then she was having little baby kittens and we didn't want her to have any extra stress. But now the kittens are weaned and they're older and she's gotten a little more used to her new place. And so we took down the shades so that she can easily see out. And that's good. I think actually it's going better than I thought. She still growls at the door and she still is like very vigilant. She watches, and when she sees the faculty, sometimes she will run and jump at the door and hiss. So all that's still happening. You can even see her doing it right now. She's hyper vigilant, as you can see, about what might be at that door. And there's not even anybody out there right now. She's very sweet. Now she's going to come rub on my ankles because she's a sweetheart. So, like I said, it's going better than I expected because most of the time, you can tell she's aware of it, but she can kind of ignore it. Even when sometimes there's faculty out there, she can kind of ignore it. And that's really nice. Oh, Charlie I asked, how long do your disposable litter trays last on average? That is a topic I would love to discuss with you. I don't want to get sidetracked quite yet. I want to mention the fact, just very quickly, and then we'll come right back to that if I don't forget by the time we're there. um, I really do want to talk about that. Not only did we take it down, and she's been a little hissy, a little growly, a little hypervigilant, like I said, but yesterday, right after we'd taken it down, I was trying to get out of the room with some stuff. There's Ari, by the way. I was trying to get out of the room with some stuff, and she ran out the door and attacked Mac and Rumor. Oh my gosh. And it was mostly sound and fury and not a lot of actual action. She did get into a little tussle, like for half a second, with Rumor before I intervened, and they broke it off, and nobody got hurt, and everything was fine. But that's why we have the baby gate up now, because what we've done in the past is if we have a mom cat that likes to run out the door and attack people, we put up a baby gate as an extra barrier. Then I can open the door, I step over the baby gate, but when they go to run out, they get stopped by the baby gate. And that's actually worked already on her. Since I put the baby gate up, she ran at the door another time, and then she saw the gate and stopped short, and it was perfect. So it's working out very well, and it's a good plan. And if you are in a similar circumstance, maybe it's something that can help you. I don't know. But that's why the baby gate is there, is to stop her from just running straight out the door and to attack somebody specifically. So that's good. I also just want to mention about the attacks. We've had all kinds of mom cats. You guys, a lot of you that are relatively new viewers of Kitten Academy have only seen mom cats like our last couple that have been really friendly with the faculty. They go out and they get to wander the whole house, and they do whatever they want, and they get along with everybody, and that's very nice. But that's not normal. The normal thing is probably a little closer to where she is. In fact, she's a lot closer to the middle of the spectrum as far as that goes. But there's some cats that are even more trouble than she is. I think of Song and Ariel, our cats, mom cats that we've had in the past that really were all the way on the other end, where they would run out the door and they wouldn't stop attacking the faculty, even if I yelled at them, or if I ran up. They would keep going. If the faculty ran away, they would chase them across the house to attack them. That's the extreme end of things, like a serious mom cat that doesn't let it go. And that's not Flower. Little Flower here is serious, and she definitely wants everybody to know that she's in charge, and she's going to attack to keep her kids safe, and what she feels is safe. But the minute that I came out the door and yelled at her, she stopped, and that's different. And then when Rumor and Mac ran away, she didn't try to run after them. So that gives me hope that she can be reformed, and that she's just, hyper vigilant because of her kids. So I think she's definitely not, as much of a trouble as someone like Song or Ariel was. And it's worth pointing out that was it Ariel, I think, that went on to become very good friends with another cat at her house, even though I thought she just could never be with another cat, but she did. So that was good. There's Eddie out there looking, and she's here hissing and growling, which is, again, the hissing and growling even is better than some, because a cat like Song, or even more so, I think of Ariel when I think of that. Ariel would attack the door every time forever and just keep attacking. She would just keep attacking and attacking and attacking the door and not let up, which was, a little bit crazy even. But if she's just going to sit here and growl and hiss, that's already an improvement over some of the mom cats that we've had. So I feel like she could really end up actually being okay with the faculty in the long run, but that may take longer than we're going to have her here. All I can say for sure is that we've seen worse as far as it goes. So, okay, I want to bring it back around for a minute, and I just want to talk to you about something. I wasn't prepared for this question from Charlie, but it's such a question that's been on my mind that I would like to address it for a minute. And I've been thinking about addressing it in some longer format as well, because it really is something that's been bothering me. Charlie asked about the litter boxes. How everybody knows that we use disposable litter boxes here, and we've been using the Nature's Miracle brand jumbo size disposable litter boxes. And I had to check on all this recently. Since early 2017, that is the only litter box we've used here for the kittens and for the faculty. Don't take that as an endorsement, because this is an anti-endorsement. We've stopped now ordering those litter boxes, and here's why. I'll put it as briefly as I can. The reason that we stopped using them is that late last year they started falling apart really fast, and we would put one out, and within a week it would be so scratched up it would just look terrible. And within 4 weeks, it would be too wrecked to use. And that had never happened before. In fact, those Nature's Miracle litter boxes used to last a ridiculously long time. I mean, just a crazy long time. They would we'd leave them out for months, honestly. And I know that that's probably not a best practice, but I would leave them out for months. They'd be in great shape, and the only time we would throw them away is when they got too dirty. We never had to throw them away because they were too wrecked to use. It was always because they were too dirty to use. So that changed sometime late last year. Every one that and at first I was like, well, we got a bad one. But then not only that, they started showing up here. We get them from Chewy. They started showing up from Chewy already broken in shipping, and that had never happened before either. And I was like, I don't know what's going on here, but I like to give people a lot of chances, so we kind of kept using them and kept ordering them, and I thought maybe we just got a bad run. Then it was after that they started showing up in brown color instead of in the white color that we'd always gotten before. And in a way, I think that's nice. That means they switched to using some unbleached stock, and that's probably better for everybody. So the fact that it went brown is fine, but the quality continued to be just as bad or worse when they switched to the brown color. And they fall apart, again, very, very quickly. So I see ultimatum. Have you sent them a complaint email? Well, that's when things got even worse, actually, because I tried to get in touch with them. I tried by email. I looked around their websites, and I even tried by telephone, which for me is extreme because I do not like to talk to people on the phone at all, and I will avoid that at any cost. But I found a couple different phone numbers that were supposed to be for them, and even their parent company did all of that, couldn't get anybody at all, no matter what I tried. So finally, these guys are all in the litter box. I'm going to keep talking to you while we go see Myth, since they're having a litter box party. I know we're talking about the litter box, but I still shouldn't show it, especially because it's wrecked. It looks awful. There's still one of the brown ones in here. Here's Rye. So part of my problem then is that I couldn't get in touch with them. And like I was just saying, finally, after all this frustration, I couldn't get a phone call to work. Emails were just going nowhere. And I got super frustrated. I did the ultimate. I signed on to Facebook. I know it's drastic. It's drastic. Don't judge me, though. I was desperate. And I messaged their Facebook page. And their Facebook page responded and said, give us all of your information and we will have somebody from customer support contact you. So I did, and they did. They did contact me finally after that by email. And I sent them too much, probably, information because they had asked me, for details about what was going on. And also they asked me for receipts to show, I guess, where and when I had purchased their disposable litter boxes at Nature's Miracle. So not only did I send them screenshots of our Chewy history going back for a year, showing how many of these litter boxes that we buy over a year, I did some investigation so I could give them some solid data. I didn't want to just be like, oh man, we get them and they're weak. They're just totally weak sauce now, and you guys should do something about that. Like, that doesn't help anybody. So instead of that, I found, you guys remember, you remember when we had Bessie here? And at first, I was really concerned for how well she could climb on things. And so I took one of the Nature's Miracle litter boxes and I cut the front of it down lower so that she could easily get in and out of the litter box. Do you remember that? Well, point one is that I had to use power tools to cut those litter boxes back then when Bessie was here. I could not cut them with scissors. I couldn't tear them with my hands. They were indestructible. I mean, they were really nice. And because of that, I still had the piece of the good litter box that I had cut out of Bessie's litter box in the garage. How about that? So I took the old piece of the litter box and I took a new litter box. And number one, I tore out a chunk of the new litter box just using my hands. It was easy to do, which the old one, again, I could not do. But then I carefully cut the litter boxes. I cut out a sample piece of both the old and the new litter boxes that was the same size, about 2 inches on a side square, little tiny piece of it. And I measured it with my calipers. And the new litter box I measured in several different places, and it was 2 millimeters thinner all around. So it's thinner. It's already smaller than the old ones were. Plus, I took that same little 2-inch piece and I just held it in my fingers like, here, I'll take the stick. I just held it in my fingers like this and I pushed on it like you would if you were going to break it with your fingers. And with the old piece, of course, I couldn't break it with my fingers. It just makes sense, right? Like that stick. With the new piece, it just snapped. It just broke right in half. So again, here we are with two litter boxes that are now objectively different quality. And so I took all that information and I sent it all to them in an email. I really did all of my work. I wanted to make sure it was real easy for them to go, wow, yes, something changed. But no, they didn't. They said, yeah, we switched to using unbleached stock, and other than the unbleached stock, we haven't changed anything, and that's it. And I said, well, look, we know they're different, and I'm probably eventually going to have to talk to people because everybody knows that we've been using Nature's Miracle disposable litter boxes for years. And at some point, at the very least, I have to tell people we're not using them anymore because we don't like them anymore. And I'd hate to do that without getting Nature's Miracle, to have a statement on this. And so they told us that they sent the information to their product team and that they would get back to me. And this was a month ago, and I keep emailing them. I email them about once a week to say, look, guys, eventually I'm going to have to talk to people about this. How's it going? What do you know? And they're like, we don't, nothing's changed. There's nothing for us to talk to you about. And the product guys haven't gotten back to us. So that's it. The bottom line there is that I not only have I switched off of using the Nature's Miracle jumbo litter boxes now. I say switched off. There's still some around. We've still got a stack of them. So we'll end up phasing them out. But I'm also switching off of using all their products just because of the difficulty I had in getting anybody in customer service. It seemed, almost customer hostile the way that it was so hard to get anybody to talk to me. So it's just as a result of all of that, I'm done with their products. And I do not suggest a boycott or anything like that. I'm not that kind of a person. I think you should know that I'm not the kind of person that would say that. You guys all have to just make your own decisions about which products you like. But I can say it's just not a company that I can support so anymore. And you know what? There's another point there, which is, I think, important to make, which is any other company that I would buy similar products from could be just as troublesome or worse. I could be buying things now from, I'm actually buying the litter boxes now from Kitten. I've gone back to using non-disposable litter boxes, and the faculty really likes the one I got from them. So as far as I know, Kitten could be an even worse company. I don't imagine that they are. I've always liked their products, but I felt the same way about Nature's Miracle until recently. So, they could be even worse. And until something goes wrong, I'll never know. That's my point, I guess. All kinds of Nature's Miracle urine and stain products. And I am also transitioning away from those, even though their urine and stain products work fine. And as far as I can tell, they haven't changed, and I haven't noticed anything like that. But all the trouble I had getting anybody to talk to me, and then I sort of feel like they were gaslighting me, kind of like that term is such a charged term to use these days, but it really is how it felt. They're like, no, nothing's changed. I'm like, look, who am I going to believe? You or my lion eyes? Like this is, I did all the testing. It's changed. You can't tell me that hasn't happened. So somebody asked, what about the cleaning products? And yes, I'm switching away from those two. Oh, I'm sorry. It sounds like maybe we had a little bit of an internet switch over. I don't know. I'm just talking about the same thing. That's all. I'm still just talking about the fact that um, so we are again. We've still got plenty of their cleaning product on hand that we're going to use up before we stop. But I've started checking out other things, and I can talk all about that later. But the bottom line is that I ordered 3 different urine products from Amazon to try, and they're all good. They all work fine. I like the smell even better. In fact, the 3 that I ordered are so similar that I feel like they almost might be manufactured by one manufacturer and then sort of rebranded and sold by 3 different companies. Like maybe they all have the same origin. That's how similar they are. I couldn't even tell you which one is the best, but I can tell you they all work great. So um, yeah, so I'm happy about that part. I still gonna have to find a product to clean the rugs when the rugs get stuff on them all the time, and the urine products that I've found aren't, they're not made for rugs. They probably would work, but I'll need some kind of rug soap. But that's not hard to come by. There's a billion different rug cleaning products out there, and I'm sure I can just find something I can squirt on there and scrub in, and it'll be fine. So not worried about it. So yeah, just to sum up, um, I had a bad experience with Nature's Miracle. And for sure, their disposable litter boxes aren't as good as they used to be. Now, let me be fair. They might still be great as far as disposable litter boxes go. They might be the best on the market. As far as I know, they still work. They don't last at all the way that they used to, not even close. One more point on that is you've heard the way that Flower likes to dig in the litter box, and she actually dug the bottom of that litter box to the point where there was urine leaking through, and that's never ever happened. So yeah, so that's rough. Oh wow, I just saw Liz V make the same comment. Reviews on their homepage say the new ones tend to leak. Yeah, that happened to me too. So it's crazy. Anyway, it sounds like our internet's going bad, and I've just been rambling anyway. Let me just see if we can find some other kittens. Maybe we'll get a better connection while we're doing it. And whether we do or not, here is Eddie. Um, oh, and there's Myth. Myth is the one I was looking for, of course. Hi, Myth. Hi, sweetheart. Okay, there's little Mythy. She is just the most beautiful cat. I love every photo I've taken of Myth, and I hope I can get some more before she has to go because she's so good looking. I said myth. I meant rumor when I was saying that, but they both are. It's true for both of them, so it works either way. But rumor is just this is rumor, and she is so pretty. Oh goodness! And there's a Smokey. Hi, Smokey. Smokey's wondering what's going on. Why is there a meeting in her hallway? Yeah. Okay. Let's do one more thing. Let's see if we can find Mac, which is I know a big thing to ask. So just to sum up, yeah, what I was saying is, Nature's Miracle, their products are probably still fine, but they're definitely the litter boxes, at least, are for sure not as good as they used to be. And because of that, and the trouble that I had getting anybody there to talk to me in a sort of what felt like an honest and direct way, I'm done with them here. So that's just me. If you keep using them, please keep using them if they're your thing. I wouldn't tell you not to. And I wouldn't judge you for doing it. Like I said, any other company that I go to now might be just as bad, and I just will never know it as long as I don't have any reason to talk to them about it. So that's that. One reminder, the important news today, of course, is today's the vet day for the kids upstairs. They'll be off the stream at about 2:30. And there's Mac. I knew Mac would come eventually. They'll be off the stream at about 2 or 2:30, and I'll do what I can to get some of the other rooms on the stream and to try to make it look as nice as possible, but you just have to bear with us. And that's about it. Custard has been behaving very well lately. There have been no, knock on wood, no conflicts lately that have been any kind of concern, so he's doing great. Honestly, I think part of it might be the fact that he's got Rumor and Mac to play with, because they both play with him. And they help, I think, get rid of some of those urges that he's got. So that's the thing. That's all of it. Thank you so much, by the way, Charlie, for giving me a chance to talk about the Nature's Miracle litter box thing, because it has been on my mind quite a bit. That's been a saga that has been ongoing since last year, and I haven't talked about it yet because I wanted to do it justice, but that's never going to happen. I have all these plans, and I just never get around to it. So yeah, there you have it. Eddie and Rumor. Rumor gets along so well with everybody. Yeah, unfortunately, I think what Scott said is right. Smokey does look extra small because she is getting thinner, and some of her fur is getting a little thinner too. She doesn't have the same coat that she used to, and Smokey is, she's very old, and that's sort of a thing that happens. But we've been getting her checked up at the vet on the regular, and she's about as healthy as a 22-year-old cat can be. She's got her issues, and we're managing them. So that's about what it is. Eddie. Yeah, Eddie has the prettiest eyes of just any cat. I took some photos, by the way. I did a whole photo shoot that I'm going to probably publish today. I don't see any reason not to. Finally finished editing all the photos yesterday. You've seen some of them on our Twitter. They're real good photos. I like them a lot. And Eddie also was part of the photo shoot, and the pictures, his eyes and his pictures are just unreal. I wouldn't even believe them. I would think they had been photoshopped if I hadn't taken the photos myself. It's just amazing. Diana, no, we haven't had Smokey for 22 years. We got her when she was 12 at an animal shelter back in Illinois. And she then, she already was missing her teeth and her claws and, pretty old at 12. I just never would have imagined that, she'd be doing so well now 10 years later. But she is. She's doing great. Gosh, it actually might have been, she might even be a little older than that now. I don't know. I'd have to try to figure it out and find some paperwork. I'd say she's like a minimum of 22. Well, like I said in the last stream, folks, I love everybody's questions, some real good questions sometimes, and I don't get a chance to see or respond to all of them. So if you had a question, please tune into the next close-up and ask again, and we'll see it. If I don't answer it, don't just keep spamming it in, but bring it to the next one and ask it again there. That's the right way to do it. And I appreciate it. They're good questions, and I wish I had a chance to read and respond to everything, but I just don't. Meanwhile, thank you guys so much for viewing, and I really appreciate it. Getting the cats and the kittens adopted is really what we do this for, and the more of you watch, the more possibilities there are for those adoptions to happen. So it really means everything to us. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a good one, and if you feel like watching those kittens upstairs a little bit more today, tune into the regular Kitten Academy live stream, which is now in 4K. Oh my gosh! And then during the time from about 2:30 until about 4:30 or ish, those kittens will be at the vet, but we'll get something on the stream. We'll try to get something on the stream for you during that time. Okay, that's it. One more time, thanks everybody. I hope you have an excellent day, and we will see you later on.